Hi guys, Tunny here and welcome to the very first episode of the Esports Colosseum. So the very first episode we wanted to get some of European Call of Duty's longest serving veterans in for a chat. The added bonus for me is they're very close friends of mine within the scene. We've got none other than Swanny and MarkyB. We discussed their current goings on from the National League and streaming to various other topics around Call of Duty esports and how the divisions are stacking up in A and B, and just a general talk about how the season has gone and various other things around Call of Duty esports. I hope you guys enjoyed the listen in my shoddy Fortnite gameplay. I think that's probably doing it a favour. But please have a listen and let me know what you guys think of the show. If you could all like, comment and subscribe to the channel, it would obviously mean the world to us here at EGL and to myself. And I'll see you guys for the next episode very, very shortly.
The middle building's called Big Grey, but we just call that Big Andy for Andy Gray.
We have a pretty specific.
Then we have Ben Bance, which is the fucking clock tower.
We have a pretty specific. We have our own language when we're.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Our own vocabulary.
I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
And now we join up, Mark.
And now we join up, Tunny.
Hey, I'm waiting on you.
And here we go. Oh, look at Tunny with his skin.
Look at that.
What a neek. What a neek.
There we go.
Don't be like that.
And away.
And off we go. Do you know what I would love right now?
Yeah.
Go on.
Some sort of energy drink. Or some coffee or caffeine of some sort.
Go and get some quick.
And we ready up.
Go and get some before this starts.
Nah. We go in. We roll in straight away.
Now, the whole G Fuel thing. The whole. Should we touch on that? Should we even talk about it? I mean
what if you want to? Go for it.
Did you see? Because they said afterwards, didn't they? That was like, oh well, it's just it's just California laws. That's nothing to do with us, sort of thing. And it was like, well, I know, but it's still a lot of lead in your product, isn't it? It's like,
nah, I literally really don't know anything about it. I don't really drink G Fuel, to be honest with you. The last time I did, it was back when I was in Infuse and we were sponsored by them before we were sponsored by Rockstar, and since then, really, I've not really been that into it. It just sort of doesn't give me the desired effects that I'm looking for.
What are we thinking? Where are we going?
Right, we're rolling. We don't even need to say anything.
No, Mark, we do. Come on.
We're going to Tilted Towers.
Only first time round.
Yeah, we're going. Well, I mean, we've got prime Tilted Towers landing right here. I mean, I guess we have to. Do you know what I mean? There's no real option. Not to. Exactly. It'd be rude not to.
Let's see how sweaty this gets.
Oi, Tunn.
Yeah.
What building are we going to? It's your call.
I would say Ben Bance, maybe.
Oh, right, okay, Ben Bance. We're flying straight to Ben Bance.
Oh, what about Big Andy? I feel like Big Andy's a bit more viable,
I don't know. I think we're a bit slow to Big Andy. I think we're a bit slow to Big Andy. Oh, shit. We're landing in the building next to fucking Ben Bance. We're not landing. Oh, fucking Swanny's gone for it.
Swan, he's gone deep, hasn't he?
He's gone for it.
I
Could be a mistake.
Swan. I'm going underneath.
Swan's got one.
Of course he has.
Hold on, I need a gun. I need a gun real quick.
Oh, shotgun.
I've got absolutely nothing. Just ammo and bloody potions.
Sensational. Alright, that was say. Is there any other people coming down? I mean, we did have this discussion before we started recording that we shouldn't have dropped into the towers. Because...
Yeah, no, but it was...
And yet here we are, and yet here I am on top of the clock tower.
Nah, but honestly, though, there's some spawns that it's just, you need to go tilted, otherwise you're going absolutely in the middle of nowhere where there's
another day, another tilted landing.
Oh, I'm getting shot up from the building.
First time getting shot.
He's shooting you from a roof with a bloody shotgun, you're alright. Oh, different guy. There's a guy up there, east, in the grey building.
Oh, right, just opposite us, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna push that.
Who's that next to us?
There's guys a bit grey as well, so on to our left. Let's go for these guys in this building here. Right, let's go here.
I'm going deep.
I've only got an SMG, so
somebody on me if you can help me.
Go on a Tunn, Mark, leave him.
I'm going for this guy. Go.
Got him.
And there it is.
Like it's nothing. Sensational start.
Still not found an AR yet.
No, me neither. I've got an SMG.
Someone just shot at me. Where's that from?
Oh, there's an AR here.
There's guys on top of the building.
30. The roof.
Yeah, 330 as well.
Directly up as us. Oh yeah, I see them. I see them.
Yeah, up there. There's a guy that... I can't hit him. God damn it.
Below me.
Oh, he's dinked him.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we can't not pick up the boogie bombs, really.
I've got absolutely nothing, man. Give me this AR. Got loads of ammo, loads of lootage, but no gun.
I mean, we'll start having a bit of a chat in a minute when we
when it gets out of this, yeah.
Oh my god, now we go. I've just hit him across the universe, and now we proceed.
And now we fall down. Right, there he is. Lucky. He's dead. What? He's not dead?
Big red.
He's dead.
The garage. Now we push.
Oh no, I'm just gonna go. Off we go.
Hey,
we fall. Behind us. Nearly turned on the guy. He's outside this orange building next to Big Grey. I'm pushing him.
I'm healing up. I'm healing up. There's somebody next to me.
Got him. He's pan breed. He's pan breed.
Big red. Not big red. Big red's going down, by the way. I'll tell you that for free. Bottom floor.
Hold on, man. Let me just. I'm coming now.
There's a guy building the L's as well. Doubles.
There's a med. Yeah, there's a. Oh yeah. No, we don't call it L's anymore. There's a med kit right there next to us. Next to me, Swan.
And the most absolute garbage. Garbage on toast. Bus is going down.
Behind the bus, is he?
He's out open. Out. They're all over bottom foot.
RPG coming in hot. On the left hand side.
You're just destroying the building, mate. I'm pushing to the left. Got one. There's another one. Got them both.
It's clinical.
Absolute scenes, and now doublers.
It's absolute scenes. And now we go doubles.
There,
yeah, top. Med pack anywhere, please?
Yeah, there was one over by that little wall over there next to the garage. If you want to go for it.
There's minis there.
Yeah, follow me, I'll show you.
Oh my god.
Crap.
Why is that there?
Sure, that's unfortunate.
Mark, I'm gonna need you to wall up, mate. He's top big right perimeters, top doubles, Mark, sorry.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Sorry for my vocabulary.
Alright, he's top doublers. Any med packs up?
Oh my god. Swan, I'll
need
drop
height.
these minis.
And now we need height,
I'll drop these minis for you if you want.
And then come up top first.
I have a med pack, I know where it is, but I need to go across to it. Right, I'm gonna go for it.
Alright, hold on, I'll drop these behind you.
I should have a free kill here.
Minis down behind you.
I've been sniped and
there's a cross. Oh, they're on the hill.
On the hill.
Yeah, they're on the hill.
I need you to get me up, Chrissy. Up there on the hill west.
Oh,
You get an angle on you.
Oh, there's 3 of them, mate.
Look at that.
It's
right,
the white walk.
Are you still safe?
It's the white walkers, yeah, we're fine. I've dropped down.
The white walkers.
I'm coming up the stairs, man.
Yeah, just get us up quick.
Regain.
Deary me.
Wait, I thought you were on the roof of this building.
No, Mark, no, don't go on the roof, Mark.
Alright, okay.
Go on the roof, Mark, yeah.
Right, hold on, I need to like hit into this building. You'll be alright, just let me get you.
We're in dire straits here. How many kills do we have, by the way?
I've got 3.
I've got 5.
Outstanding.
Right, hold on, I've got to build to the fort.
Yeah, don't worry, Mark. Anytime, do.
No, it's alright.
Here we are. There's no staircase, right? So I'm building my own stuff in here.
Let's
I'll get Tunn in there, I'll get you. I've got minis.
yeah, you need them. You need them on those.
I need 2 of them.
I also need reviving. Don't
yeah,
mind.
we'll get you up.
They're still on that hill, though. They're scrapping with somebody else.
Right, I can get you a med kit. I know where one is.
Someone in the game called Peanut had 2007.
Right, take these 2 minis. There you go. I'm gonna go try and get a med pack.
I tell you what, we'll share them, eh?
Pop them both, mate. It's all you.
It's all CT.
Getting these idiots on the hill.
I'm going for it.
Regain a second.
Just trying to there's anything worth having down here. No, negative, Captain.
He knows I'm here, Chief. Oh, can you
there's somebody at the basketball court as well.
the hell, Phil?
Yeah, shite.
Side.
Yeah, I'm
Freaking.
I've got bandos.
Need to rearrange my shit, yeah, Jesus. I've got a grenade launcher, but I actually need some
I've got bandos for you, Swan.
You on the roof?
No.
Yeah. Please.
They're having a scrap, I reckon we go for
No,
them now.
Mark, let's just evaluate the situation, Marcus.
In fact, I guess, yeah, no, it's probably a bad idea because the gas is going to come in. Well, I mean, it's still a while, but...
Are you got medkits, are you, Mark?
Nah, I've not even got a medkit, I've got bandages. I thought I had 2 medkits. Just bandages there.
Bandages as well?
Nick, can you drop me some on the roof? I'm in a fight. Oh.
I've got 2 RPGs. Should I fire at that fortress?
I've got absolutely nothing.
Fire it right towards that fortress.
Yeah.
I can drop you these bandages, so.
Yeah, please.
Are you on the roof, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on the roof.
Oh, my second one hit the tree. No way.
You don't have heavy ammo?
I might do.
I have heavy bullets. You have 18 of them.
Well, there's minis here behind you, actually.
Yo, you got a guy in the health 330 as well.
Alright, hold on. There you go, there's bandages behind you.
Oh, I've actually hit him as well. That's incredible.
Going heavies, yeah. There's heavies.
Bandages, mate.
Whoop!
Oh, I've been hit.
Oh, I've just picked up those heavies by
Heavies?
accident.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Drop me the heavies, please.
So before we drop in, National League, how you find that? Is it fun? Is it good?
I'll let you take that one, Swan. I'll let you take away with that one.
The Italian stallion Swan.
Yeah,
Italy's Call of Duty hopes.
It's fun in that I'm competing in something remotely sweaty again. Less fun in that it's with pickups, and it's with a team who are like essentially a pickup team that are nowhere near the level of teams that I'd be competing with if I was playing professionally.
Yeah.
But it's still, they're all good players, and we've
You're making the call, Swan, by the way, where we're landing.
we're going Pleasant Park, mate.
Pleasant Park? Alright.
They're all good players, good guys to team with. Colger, obviously, I played with them on Black Ops 2 Champs. But no, it's good just to be able to play something, it's pretty intense, because otherwise, the past year or so, the only thing I've really had to play is the 2K every Sunday.
Oh, I've been watching.
Yeah, that's the only form of like sweaty competition.
Yeah. I mean, the streaming's going pretty well for you, though. At least that's
that's
outlet, isn't it?
Another reason why I decided to play it. Honestly, I'm not that bothered about. Obviously, we're going to try our best to win it, but I'm not that bothered about the qualifying for Atlanta or winning the league. It's something to stream, and it helps them out with pro points. But yeah, the streaming's pretty fun, man. Something different. Gets me out of my comfort zone, I think.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing, especially like playing and like trying to entertain at the same time, isn't it? It's just different.
Kind of hard. But figured since I'm playing COD all the time, it's something productive to do alongside it.
Yeah.
I don't land here, by the way.
No,
I don't really see anyone, mate, to be honest with you. It's pretty much, I mean, ours is a bit different. Obviously, we need to get the playoffs and whatnot for. I mean, it's more so for like the fun, like there's a very small prize which is like $250 each, but it's more so for like the. Obviously, it's nice for our orgs to like not have to fund anything. So if we win the national circuit, they like the whole of Atlanta's funded, so that saves like a couple of $1,000, I'd imagine, for our organisations. So.
Oh god, yeah, at least. I mean,
so
how much it costs to get people over there, even the flights.
Although, like, we'll be going anyway, but like, it would just be nice to win that. Obviously, that our main concern is actually qualifying for the league season 2 and doing well at the actual events. But I mean, it would still be nice to do well. It's more like a glorified. It's more like a longed out glorified 2K series. It's more important for the pro points and, like I said, the whole funding aspect.
Mark Taters.
Yeah, I need a gun. Looking at AR, I've only got shotties.
Yeah, I've got some stuff. I've got some bandages as well. Should I pop the slurp cup yet, or should I keep it?
Pop this first.
Have you got minis?
No, I don't.
Oh, Swan.
Where are you?
Swan, do you want a big Swan? Because I've got 2.
No, I've got. Yeah, you're alright.
Hold on. So you can have full armor.
Speaking of the league being glorified as well, as much as I don't want to say it, it's basically every league is just a glorified pickup. Aside from the UK league, of course, every league it's just a glorified pickup league or a glorified pickup tournament. I don't think it's particularly worked in the way that they initially envisioned it.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of complaints about the whole online thing, I suppose. But I mean, how would you do it? How would you change it?
A lot of the players, the UK players, wanted to do it sort of like a European league. So like, it was just the best teams in Europe rather than like the specific UK division, etc.
Yeah.
It's just like the rules have just allowed a lot of sort of like, especially the Italian league. Obviously, Swanny being one of the people that have taken advantage of that. The Italian league is just full of just pickup teams.
Yeah, I'd limit it to one pickup per squad. So, for example, it's mandatory 3 Italians and 1 English person rather than 3 Italians and 2 UK players, which it is at the moment. Because I've even spoke to the Italians, and majority of Italians in the league have been. None of them are playing with a fully Italian lineup. They've been forced to split up.
I suppose that's the thing, though. Like the reputation of the UK players, isn't it? It's like a case of, well, these guys are good. They can maybe get us to Atlanta, isn't it? Or
the teams are comprised solely on who has the most pro points and how to get the most pro points, rather than playing with their full teams and their full rosters like they should.
So pro points being too much of a determining factor than anything.
Yeah, pro points are an incredibly valuable commodity at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, they aren't, because I think a lot of these teams are like focusing so much on getting pro points, really aren't doing anything with the pro points anyway. The pro points realistically are to qualify you for the CWL, and most of these teams aren't coming anywhere near qualifying for the CWL.
Not particularly for you lot, but for the people on the edge of making the league and not being in the league, I think there's a pretty big disparity. If you don't make the league, it just sets yourself up to fall behind for the rest of the season. If you don't, like for example, if you haven't made the first season of the National League, you're missing out on, what is it, at least 700 pro points each, I think?
Yeah, so like, it's like 750 maybe, but I mean, if it's 700, that's like at least 2,800 points you're missing out overall.
So consequently, it makes it harder to get in season 2.
Yeah, it's like a snowball effect, isn't it? It's like you don't qualify for one thing, it makes it hard to qualify for the next sort of thing. Yeah. It's hard though, isn't it? Because I suppose like the European League would have been better, but then in terms of the online qualification, I see it at the beginning of the year every single time. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, online again." But it's like there's only so much they can do. I suppose like some of it has to be focused on.
And it's about getting the balance right between competitive integrity and sort of growing the scene. And in order to grow the scene, obviously I guess the primary incentive of having separate national leagues is to try and grow those respective communities, which I understand.
Yeah. I mean, from Activision's point of view, they could argue that, I mean, the UK didn't get a lot of teams at first, did it? I'm sure it wasn't that many.
What do you mean?
So, I mean, how everyone was like, oh, it should have been a European League only. But then they'll probably look at the numbers of how many Italian teams, how many French teams and stuff, and I don't think the UK had the most, did it?
Yeah, I think that was a lot of it. That was down to because a lot of the UK teams had already worked out who would qualify, and if you signed up, you would only qualify if you were within the top 8 teams. So like a lot of
Red Bull team. Sorry to interrupt that. And
we returned to our regular
where we are, no surprise here.
You got a guy shooting you with a crossbow southeast.
Yeah, I see him, he's 138.
Happy Valentine's Day, kids. Have some nades on your heads. Yeah, we returned to our regular location.
Schedule program.
On Migrad.
I thought we were already coming here.
Well, it turns out my subconscious just naturally directed us here, and away we go.
Your mouse just starts moving in this direction. Yeah.
The other one button.
I'm pushing them with shorties.
Yeah, he's weak and big red. So we advance.
Oh, there's 3 people down.
Oh my god, there's so many people.
Just get the guy up top. Just get the guy up top. Just get the guy up top. Push this guy up top quick. Yeah, that's all of them. Job.
Oh my god. Somebody up top, did you say?
No,
we killed all
that was
of
him,
them.
okay. Alright.
Wow.
Round the back close. There's another guy here. Another guy, there's another guy. Oh, yeah, this guy's only knocked. So. But anyway, back to the conversation at hand.
Yeah, I can't remember what we're talking about now. Tilted Towers has just got me on another level.
Pro National League.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what I mean though. It's like I've completely forgot what I'm talking about.
the composition of
oh yeah, of course.
International.
The national circuits, like having all the different leagues
Yeah.
and whatnot, instead of like an overall European one. I mean,
Yeah.
I've already spoken to this with MLG at New Orleans, and the way they sort of explained it was that they just, like you were saying before, they kind of wanted to have a bit more growth in these specific regions.
Which makes sense. I mean, we'll go from growth into seeing how the UK scene is done like internationally. Is like it's got so much better recently. I mean, looking at Splice and Red at the moment, Red doing really well. But I mean, do you think there's an issue with Splice at the moment, or do you think that's purely down to what's happened with Jared and stuff like that? Because I mean, they would have probably had a better week 1, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't particularly think. Oh, that's new.
That is new. Yeah, that was an update today.
I don't think there's any issues.
It's just one of those things. Sometimes you get in slumps as a team. It doesn't help that they didn't have. Jared basically flew out. I don't know if he got much time to practice, and then straight into matches. Green M16 there if anyone wants. So yeah, I wouldn't be worried. I think one of the mistakes a lot of casual fans make, or I see a lot of even a lot of so-called experienced pundits of the game make, is that they're constantly basing teams on their very last result rather than making an overall picture.
I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I can't remember who mentioned it, but they were like, "Oh, Splice in a slump." But to me, it was sort of like you seen the games that they had last week with Fellow, and it's like they didn't actually do too badly, really, in the grand scheme of things.
They're not playing bad at all. They're just having an issue really with finishing off games, and I think that's just probably a little bit down to their situational plays in S&D. Overall, they're still looking pretty good, to be honest. They just need to. They're having games where they're absolutely blowing out teams, but they just need to. I guess they've hardly been playing, obviously, with all the issues that were going down. And not only that, I don't think they were skimming much at all beforehand anyway, because of like the way the leagues was working and all that. They weren't really skimming many top teams and all that before they went out.
Someone's shooting that balloon, by the way, southeast. Let's go towards it. Yeah, I wouldn't be that worried if I'm a Splice fan.
Yeah. What about Red Reserve then? Are we thinking that they're the real deal after that first initial week? They were probably disappointed, but then looking at the second week, beating Optic there as well, and not knocking them off their perch, but that undefeated run just ended. I mean, that's good for them. They're looking pretty good.
A lot of people didn't expect them to beat Optic, but they beat Optic at NOLA, so it was kind of like sort of. I like the matchup for Red. It feels like they are pretty good when they're matched up against Optic overall.
And what do you think that is due to? Do you think?
I don't know, just down to the style of play, I guess. It's hard to say. Sometimes teams just match up well against each other. A lot of the times the best team will come out on top, but some teams sometimes just match up well against each other in terms of how both teams play, and one team's style counters another. Are we not saying we're pretty much on the cusp?
Yeah.
Did you kill everyone?
We got
one more.
One more there.
There's one more. I need some.
But I don't even think it's surprising that Red and Splice are.
Oh, the guys just jump pad southeast. Sorry, east 105, out in the open. He's building a. Shit, me.
Picked him.
Do you think he can just build for him? I'll boogie bomb his ass. I boogie bombed his ass. I didn't even hit him. God damn it.
Come on, boys.
What's your med mark? And there's a mini there for you.
Yeah, I need those minis.
I think
I need some AR ammo if you've got some.
I have some.
I'll drop your load. There's some there.
Okay, there you go.
I think everyone called at the start of the game. Splice, Red, Unilad would be the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that
Epsilon
seems to be how it's materialising.
I mean, excellent. Do you think it's down to that practice a little? Oh, there's somebody behind us, Mark. Did I hear that?
No, I mean,
sure?
to be honest, no. They're just, I just don't think.
Behind us, Mark. Yeah.
Okay, all right, coming.
I knew I heard them. That's what I was saying. I was like, "There's somebody behind us, Mark," and you're like, "Someone question about Epsilon." And you're like, "Nah."
You know what? I was just completely ignoring the call. I was just completely zoned in on the conversation.
Oh man, go there.
But yeah, no, I generally don't believe that it's to do with the practice. They've played enough. It's just, I mean, a lot of teams. That is an issue that the teams don't want to scrim against them.
Yeah.
But that's down to their own. Like at the start of the game, they've always took a more relaxed approach and like not played as much as like when the new game comes out. Pretty much every other team grinds like no other when the new game comes out.
Yeah.
And everyone's scrimming day one, etc. Whereas the last couple of games, Epsilon, those players have all took quite a relaxed approach, hardly playing. And then it comes into scrims and they're playing.
Yeah, don't take the shots. Don't take the shots.
Okay. They're playing for the very first time together. And you're basically teaching them, you're learning absolutely nothing off them. So that's pretty much what has happened. Like, no one's really wanted to scrim against them, and it's kind of like, every time you, if you do, you're like, obviously they're in the league and that, but, I don't know. A lot of people will tell you the same thing. Swan, do you want this cold sniper?
No, it's all yours, mate. This guy's built up in this sort of close spot. They're all dead, they're all dead. Keep an eye out, that team's southeast. Why wouldn't they be dead? I was going to make a point actually, yeah, again, this is just general consensus, but I think they need someone with more leadership characteristics. I think it's fair to say that I'm not sure when this is going to get put out, but yeah, they need to make a change. And
yeah, I mean, it'll be put out this weekend, hopefully, so, yeah, I said the same thing yesterday, that a change is definitely needed. I mean...
I've got a flight pad, by the way, if you want to make a naughty play. I've got two, actually, I'll drop one for you, Swan.
I've got one, mate, I've got one. Drop one.
Okay, yeah, I'll drop one for you, Tunn, then.
You're getting shot mark from somewhere?
Am I? There.
Are we?
Anyone got any RPGs or any form of explosive weapon?
I have no RPGs.
Yeah, shoot that fuck down, Mark. Shoot.
One behind you, son.
120. No, I am good. I need like the actual gun.
There's somebody with a crossbow.
Yeah, 120, just get that shot down. Now we proceed.
Yeah, I think a couple of them.
Sorry for this momentary interlude.
South as well, behind us, Mark.
Yeah, let's push this team, forget about that guy.
Yeah, push this team, the fort they've destroyed on the side.
He's they're built in somewhere. On there, so possibly drop down the hill, honestly. Yeah, must have dropped down the hill. Back. And away we go.
And away we go.
So still
yeah, they're in here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in there.
That's all.
There's
a med kit in there if anyone needs it.
Let's swing all the way around this left. Yeah, I'm stacking medis if you want.
Anyone got any minis or?
No.
Alright, okay.
I've got a medikit as well.
Back to the discussion. What were we even talking about?
We were talking about Epsilon.
Epsilon make a change.
I mean, what's the change there? Do you think it's and the lack of leadership is something that you can talk about? As said.
Yeah.
Do you think Nathan being in there was probably the wrong choice? Like, I mean, he's played all right individually, but is that really what they need?
He's played alright as an individual, but I really don't think that when you're looking at those three players, they obviously dropped B-Sport. They need to really replace B-Sport's presence. One above you, Swan.
Yeah,
one above you, Swan.
Build up, just build a fort.
Yeah, I'm just distracting them by just shooting them. Right in front of you. Yeah,
One.
Yep.
I'm finishing that guy. Let's drop off and get a fort on the go.
Around the edges, yeah, we're 3v3. Oh! Getting shot. Below you. Oh, he's been turned on.
Wow, I didn't even see any of these people. I'm running around like an idiot.
We're 3v2.
Yeah. Let's just build up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to comment on what's going wrong with Civic players, but I just think they need someone with more leadership characteristics to take control of the team. I think it's fairly evident they don't particularly have that vocal.
And they would do if Josh was still in the fray, but I mean, obviously something went on there that I'm sure we all half know about, but still.
Yes. They had opportunities at the start of the season though to pick up players with leadership characteristics, and they went more so with the sort of player that they'd played with in previous years, and which I don't really know if that was the right move for them, to be honest. I don't think Nathan's the worst player though, to be honest with you. I just think that the way it's turned out, it's looked like the picking out of him is
it doesn't come down to individual performances. It just comes down to what's best for the team, and that is to pick up someone who's going to lead them and be more assertive and vocal. Like,
has anyone seen these lot, by the way? I haven't a clue.
As much as I don't want to gas him up while he's in the call, I think Mark would be a good fit if he wasn't in his current team.
Yeah, that was mentioned. It was mentioned, I know, in the a couple of people's lips last night on Twitter, I think.
But yeah, just some a veteran with extensive boots on the ground experience. I think good.
Seems to be what I'm missing. Oh, you see them doing this one?
No, I'm just doing a bit of deforestation.
Oh no, they're across 332.
Oh yeah.
We'll take that off.
332.
One.
Yep. Get my sniper on one of these foreheads.
He was on his own. 3v1.
CTL, yeah.
Launch pads out, boys.
Yep, I'm going for a flight.
Come with, lad.
I'm getting shot by the way.
Put it down, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong bit, pal. I do see him though. He's in the trees, 310.
He's made an absolute mockery of this situation here.
He's in these trees.
Yeah, I see him. I'm behind him.
And here we go. And off we go.
Here we go!
First game, first W. And there it is.
Just like that.
And there it is.
There it is.
Easy. I just want to make it, Jeff.
11.
I had 4.
Mark? 3. 3. I'll take it.
Well, that's decent.
That's alright.
Decent for a 3 stack.
We go again.
And off we go.
We do go again. So let's talk about the divisions. Who do we think's? I mean, the top 4 in A at the moment is Optic, TK, Rise, and Red. I think. Do we see that staying the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Echo Fox collapsed in there. I mean.
Yeah, I mean they're one of those teams that like they have the individual talent. The likes of Assault is one of the best ARs. Like they've got the talent. And I don't know. So it's a weird team. It's a weird team. Facel was a good leader.
Ready yourself up there, Mark.
What?
Ready yourself up, lad.
Not bad, lad. Have done.
I mean, we've already talked about B a little bit as well, but I mean, Splice not in a great place now. I know we've still got tonight's games, obviously, with this being Thursday.
Yeah.
Who do they play tonight? It must be. They're going to play EG.
EG,
yeah.
Let's go.
I personally believe that if they had Jurd the first week, though, they would have won all those games week 1.
Yeah.
And then this week, they would have not only been more confident, but even if they still lose the same games this week, they're in a much better position. Do you know what I mean? Like they would be 5-2 right now if they won those games last week. And
I mean, the LG loss you can forgive because they're looking pretty tasty at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest. Swan at the call. Same again. Pleasant.
Same again. Pleasant. Sweet. I think that Splice will pick it up in the like this next iteration of their group, like when they're playing the same teams again.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a good chance to get some good practice in, come in and have no issues in terms of Jurd getting into the country and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then go forward from that and get some good results.
Yeah. All right, we'll stay on topic with COD. Now, I mean, I've never known Call of Duty to be as hyped, if you like, as this one. For me, anyway. I think, you know...
To be what? You might go
to be as hyped.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously there's been a lot of complaints about it. What do you think is the biggest issue? Do you think it's the weapons? Because, I mean, that seems to be consensus that the FG is making things a little bit boring at the moment.
I think everyone just had rose-tinted glasses going into it because obviously it's the return of boots on the ground for the first time in 3 or 4 years.
We can resume this in a second if you
we might.
People.
We might need to pause this.
Okay, we'll come back to that. There's somebody running into the centre there.
Yeah,
I had some weaponry.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think everyone, pretty much everyone in the community approached this game with rose-tinted glasses and.
2 on me.
I think that judgment was clouded just by the fact that we're turning the boots on the ground. And I don't think people particularly envisioned that I'm coming here, Tunn.
Oh my god, how have I been downed with a sniper already? He's gonna kill me.
Oh, he's not.
He's running at me. He's running at me.
Yes, he is.
Mark to save the day.
MB to save the day.
Mark, kill this guy on me. There's 2 of them on me. Full team on me, Mark.
What the fuck are they? Ah, well, I'm dead.
Yeah, well, that one on.
I came through with the burst grey AR and just got obliterated.
I got.
Wasn't quite as quiet as last time, to be fair.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't quite as quiet, was it?
And now we go to the towers.
Of course.
But back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone. I don't think many people factored in that it might not be everything that we were looking for.
Yeah.
I think Hitch or someone, I saw a tweet which I agreed with, and that he said people forgot that just because it's a boots on the ground game, it's not necessarily that doesn't necessarily guarantee that it's going to be a good game or exactly what we need.
That's very true.
Don't get me wrong, I don't actually mind the game. I just think there are more things that can and should be done in game and out of game, where with regards to the CWL, in order to maximise its success, for sure.
My main issue with the actual game design, I mean, I can go into the whole CWL thing and all that afterward, but retail, okay, retail. Right, is the map design. I just don't feel like the map designs, the maps sort of fit the way the game's played out.
My biggest issue, one of my biggest issues is the lack of competitive maps at the moment. I mean, I know that can't really be helped at this right now, but it just seems to have been shipped with like not enough. Obviously, and then we're just seeing Ardennes.
I understand why there's obviously only 9 maps, isn't there? Because they've obviously additional resources and time have gone into war, because that has its own maps as a game mode.
Yeah, okay.
And that's sort of like the little.
As a public game mode, I don't actually mind war. I'll be honest with you.
That's like the token feature of this COD is war. So yeah, I understand that, but my issues with the quality of the current map pool, I think the more I think about it over the years, I think maps are such a fundamentally important component of any competitive game or any successful competitive game. I think it's one of, in terms of.
I am getting shot. I am downed.
Mark's already
Got it upstairs. Oh, he's finishing me. He's finishing me. Classic. Absolute classic. I guess I can talk all I want now.
Oh, you can talk away.
But yeah, in terms of in-game features, I think maps are one of the first things you need to look at when you're developing any esports or competitive title. Below stun with the trap, watch out. Don't go on the front door.
It's weird though, because I don't even feel like the maps are that. The maps aren't terrible. It's just they're all very quite small compared to like the way the game plays out.
Where's the trap? Watch out, trap.
Not small, but like it's a lot of close quarters combat on the majority of maps, and it just sort of feeds into the SMG aggression gameplay, which I don't mind, but it's just, I think everyone's ideal, when everyone thinks of maps, everyone's ideal is like Black Ops 2, those sort of like pacing of maps and whatnot. Like,
I mean, Treyarch's next, isn't it? So, I mean...
Yeah, I think it's fair to say out of the entire history of competitive Call of Duty, I think Treyarch are overwhelmingly the developer of choice for the pro community.
Oh, I mean, World at War was the best game ever, right, Mark?
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot you two played on that.
Oh, the days, mate, the days.
Oh, this wow, the history on that game, eh?
Yeah,
I can still
hear
hear
them
it.
play it.
No, we all went back to COD 4, didn't we? Like after a while.
I think that's one of those games as well that go, like, obviously on another tangent, that game coming right after COD 4, if that game was to come out nowadays, I reckon it would have been like perceived pretty well, because it actually wasn't that much of a bad game.
Just
but it was just immediately after COD 4 was how good COD 4 was and whatnot, and like how hyped COD 4 was. Yeah. It was never going to go down well.
Rumour has it you can still hear the echoes of MarkyB's bolt action across the universe.
By the way. It was the
M1A1, mate.
M1A1. I'm coming over, Swan.
Wow.
Your M1A1 where Marky used a mod.
Some people say I had a mod. Some people.
I'm dropping you a med pack over here.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Ah,
actually.
Charlie's having a nightmare.
I've done goofed.
Yeah, I think I heard my own footsteps, don't I?
You must have done, because I don't think there's anybody else left.
But yeah, well,
That was me. Sorry. Picking up the medikit.
I think the CWL could have had a lot more features in the game, and I mean they still can. The likes of skins and like in-game view, like the sort of ability to watch streams in the game. I don't know. There's a lot of other features that I can't think of off the top of my head that could make an improved rank play, etc. I think there's a lot of features that could have made the competitive experience a lot better in the game, and they still can, but they just haven't, which is just a lot probably down to like putting the resources elsewhere.
All that. Yeah, I think a lot of people have talked about skins and stuff like that. You sort of see with Counter-Strike and things like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, those sort of things, surely, I mean, you've got to imagine that they have been proposed, but it's just a case of whether, I mean, I speak to Mudog quite a bit, and he's like, yeah, well, you think we haven't asked for these things like millions of times sort of thing. It's like, a lot of people don't realise it's just not as easy to just put these features in, is it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of legal issues, which is, because of the size of Call of Duty, that's like that's an issue entirely. Like, they have to go through so many different legal channels to like figure things out, like skins. Obviously it's not just like putting a team's image in, that they need to sign the rights for these teams and all that, and there's
285, mate.
285.
Yeah, get ready to shoot that ramp.
They didn't have skins in Black Ops 3 though, but
Yeah, it was late though, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like, that's the thing. Like, it should have been like things like skins need to be. That needs to be as soon as the CWL
In the forest.
comes out or gets announced. The season 1 teams have decided that those teams should have skins. And in my opinion, that's what should happen. But
I think there are far more basic additions that can be talked about. There's 2 of them, by the way, in the forest, rather than skins and stuff.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just an example.
Most definitely.
Rank player.
Yeah. The 356 one.
Oh yeah, let's come out, swing down the cliff.
My apologies for completely ruining your recording.
You're alright, mate. It's okay. We'll just,
Take it to you, watch out.
I'm shooting at them. They are weak though, so.
I've blown one more down low.
Are we going?
Yeah, at the metal.
Grenade over.
I'm down.
Oh shit. I've got some. Oh. Stupid grenade. Oh, no way.
And off we go.
This game infuriates me.
He's trying not to lose it.
Yep.
He's trying.
Yeah, rank player, I think
I mean,
again,
what could they have changed? I mean, just the faults, or is it a case of changing the system completely?
I'm concerned that things additions that have been in previous games aren't being implemented into the successes in the next games. I think we had XP rewards for, was it AW, the rank playlist, or Black Ops 2, one of them, where it granted XP, and yet that wasn't on release on this game.
Yeah, that was one of
it's
the
just simple things like that, and that's again, that's the.
Already up, Mark.
I think it's like a minor thing, but it's actually a major thing, because it brings these.
Well, it puts people,
it brings
your
these pub players
off, doesn't it? Yeah.
And that's the primary goal of any in-game playlist is to galvanise that interest from your average player, and bridge the gap between the competitive esports community and regular players, and especially Call of Duty, given its incredibly large casual fan base. Ranked is, I think it was one of the features on Black Ops 2 of popularising COD esports. So I think I'd like to see just a few minor changes to ranked, more incentives for your average player. Maybe even like challenges and stuff. For example, like get a 5-win streak in ranked. You get, just simple stuff like that. Just ways to galvanise casual interest. Let's go retail again.
Yeah. I mean, that
was
was the next question I got off somebody on Twitter. It says, do you feel COD is on the decline with fans and views? I mean, from looking at what views I've seen from Twitch and stuff like that, from the outside, it doesn't seem as much as what you would expect. I mean, that leads us on to, is it because of the game or because of the format? What do we? I mean.
Well, yeah. People need to understand that. First of all, in any league format, traditionally the concurrent viewership is always, well, for the most part in esports, it's significantly lower than that of tournaments.
Yeah.
Because naturally, the what's on the line in every game, it just isn't as much.
Yeah.
It just simply isn't as much. Whereas if two teams are duking out in a bracket for a couple of $100,000, and one match is deciding who goes out, there's more prestige and thus there's going to be more people watching. So yeah, traditionally, obviously, less people tune in for leagues. I'm going to push this guy. There's a guy on me.
Hold on, I'm going to web it.
Coming out, Swan.
That would have been me offline.
All right.
No, I'm good.
You alright? Sure.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm going to weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like my game's lagging.
Mine's been flickering a little bit.
So yeah, I think it's important. Not many people. I haven't seen many people bring it up actually, but again, it's an important topic that perhaps too much COD results in a decrease in viewership, because if you're saturating people with that many matches,
yeah,
I don't know, I guess it begins to get a bit tedious, like when there's that much to watch.
On me, got one.
I think Counter-Strike has the balance good because...
Oh yeah, they've got everything back on really, haven't they?
Come in, Mark, if you can stay up.
Yeah. To your right, Swan.
Yep, I hear him.
On Swan.
I'm nowhere near. Oh, hold on, I'm coming.
He's around there, you're good. Take your time.
There we go, Tunn. We love to see it.
Good job, Chrissy team, and that's huge.
I love to see it.
Yeah, I think Counter-Strike do a good job of it in that every major,
Not bad.
there's a certain prestige and there's a certain hype between every major.
There's somebody behind us. Oh, that's you crawling. Never mind.
Or surrounding every major, should I say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that. I get that. It just needs to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, people need, like... leagues are never going to have as many viewers as the tournaments. But yeah, I mean, if viewership is the metric we're using, then yeah, it is on a decline, which is concerning.
Yeah.
I think the promotion of the in terms of the promotion of the CWL though, I do believe that it has felt like it's way less promoted than it has in the last 2 years since CWLs came about. From Black Ops 3 and IW, it does feel like there's less promotion involved in it and whatnot, and that is definitely a factor.
I think you can just see, like, when the league stream starting and it's like just a tweet from the Call of Duty account would be mint, wouldn't it? It's just like like things like
even
that.
like developers as well, like Condry tweeting about it and like tweeting about the games and all that, like not even tweeting out the stream specifically, like just sort of getting
Tackles. Knocked. One more tackles. Yeah, I can.
The big YouTubers getting involved as well. Like, there's a lot of...
So there's another group.
Two, one's on the right.
My God. Yeah, in the tree, one of them.
You stay down, Mark.
Getting absolutely carried this game.
Good home slice.
Dinked him. Weak in there. There's one weak in tackles. Yeah, weak in.
Okay.
I'll go. Oh, he's trying to get his mates up around the back here.
No.
I'm good there.
No, you haven't. Push him, Tunn, with me. Tunn.
There's 6 HP.
He's dead. I can understand again, and I think you have to understand that a lot of Activision's resources, I guess, are going into Overwatch at the moment. But
yeah, that's fair.
You know, and it's easy for us to sit back and yeah, mate, there's a med pack.
Oh,
wow. I think it's easy for us to sit back and critique, but I guess there's probably others.
There's always stuff on the outside, isn't there? That's the thing.
Swan, get me up.
That's what. Oh yeah, sorry. That's why I try to limit my my input to fairly basic things that could be implemented, because obviously things like skins, there are various legal obstacles, I guess, and things to get around. But you know,
so many things to go around.
As you said, yeah, something as simple as a more frequent tweets from various accounts would help hugely, I think.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this just boils down to if the game isn't, people aren't enjoying the game, then the viewership's going to suffer. And I think people have, I don't know, I think the novelty of the return to boots on the ground is one off for a lot of.
It wore off quick, didn't it? I mean, it takes us on the next bit. Would you prefer a jetpack game next?
Nah, definitely not. This game is the most enjoyable one I've had in years, but I just feel like it's a lot of it. It's just not it's not a great boots on the ground game. Like it's a better game than the games we've played in the last couple of years, I believe. But I just don't think it's a good boots on the ground game if you compare it to the good one.
You're building up your team.
Black Ops 2, etc.
Yeah, maximum whippage.
Hey, what?
The chimney, see? Jump down. This is easy cleanups. By easy cleanups, I mean we're all gonna die.
Oh, they're gonna be weak. There's a few of them.
Yeah,
Oh, one's super weak.
I've got nads. Throwing some nads at them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, get him up there. You see the brick wall mark?
Yeah, I'm fucking lobbing.
Get him amongst it.
I'm going in the shotgun because that's all I've got. They're to the left of the building.
Drop down on the left, drop down on the left. Throw.
Yeah. I missed every bullet. Every bullet.
Oh, good shot. One more.
I'll get him for that first mark. I'll build up.
One more up top.
Mark is it, isn't it?
Side. Nice
Oh,
one.
the
One
grenade
more.
might get me. No, you slag!
No, man.
Oh, man, as if he's chucked that. You're right in front of him.
He's thrown an absolute Kobe as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I had an absolute nightmare there. I should have killed him. I'll just chat away while he's doing it.
What were we talking about actually? Because I was going to make a point.
About the whole boots on the ground versus.
Oh yeah, like I actually don't mind jetpacks honestly. I think it just depends on. Granted, I wasn't the biggest advocate of IW. Someone's shooting me from, like north. So. Yeah, I didn't like IW, but jetpacks in general. I don't really have that much of a problem with them.
Okay. I mean, there's going to be more episodes where we can talk about this more in depth. I'm going to move to the Twitter questions because I promised somebody some V-Bucks for the best questions, so let's have a look. Okay, so this one from Super Fruit Ninja. Do you this is both of you as well? I know you're shooting at Swan, but do you see yourself returning to the top of the scene for both of you?
Yeah, I mean, if I return, I probably will return, but there's always an if. I don't like to, nothing set in stone. So yeah, if I return, then fairly confident I'll be at the top.
Of course.
Chuck some nades. Like yeah, that's just how it is. You know, I don't particularly think.
I'll let you get this one back. Oh, it's political. Oh, no.
Oh, Mark, bro, how are you that far behind?
He's waiting on you.
And there it is. You were miles ahead of me when I was running over. Classic.
Right, we'll have one more.
I'm fuming. Yeah, I'm actually. Yeah, my cheeks are getting red. I'm getting red.
But yeah, I'm ready up and I'll answer the question. Yeah, I do believe I will return to the top of the scene. It's obviously been a very sort of terrible last year. Really, it's been a lot of down to my decisions in terms of teams, and also I guess I could have performed better personally. I mean, to be honest, I've played pretty good the last year, I'd say, individually, but I could do more, and I've been trying to do more this season, try to play more and put a lot more effort into improving myself as an individual. I always do, but I mean, just putting in the extra steps to do that.
What are those extra
I have
steps?
been playing, just reviewing my own gameplay and like watching more gameplay and learning more from other players and stuff. Like,
which is a good tip for anyone.
Yeah,
that's a good tip.
I mean, moving on to the next question. Actually, what do you feel are the biggest? So this is from Neil. Actually, what do you feel the 3 biggest factors are in the team being successful?
being on the same page first and foremost. We're going tilted.
Are we going to tell it, are we?
Yep, we're going tilted.
You've just made my night.
We're going tilted. Being on the same page is a massively underrated factor. I believe that just sort of knowing what each other are each other's tendencies.
Big Ray.
Big Ray, cool.
Yeah.
Right, Big Andy, straight
Big
in the
Andy,
mixer.
straight in. There's about 30 million people here, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Possibly.
I've got a shotgun. In fact, no, I've not got a shotgun. Someone else has got a shotgun. And off we go.
Oh, I got one
And
of
off we
them.
go.
Yeah. The shotgun is the essential fact that, he's from completely different. There it
And,
is.
and there it is. More batch. Nice one, lad.
Alright, go on the Swan. Let's see you put on the clinic.
What was
What was our point? Just being on the same page, practicing as consistently as possible, always looking to improve the team, communication.
Okay.
Well, anything else?
Let's play one more. Let's play one more.
Yeah, definitely.
One more.
Yeah, we'll go to somewhere.
Not gone down. Hit.
Go on, Swan. You want to add anything more to that list of things
Yeah.
you've said?
What was your 3 things?
Said being on the same page, consistently practicing and always aiming to improve the team, like not just playing for the sake of it, always getting good quality practice and trying to focus on improving the team. And communication, I'd say those are like the things you can do in practice. Obviously then it just comes down to stepping up to the plate and performing when it matters on the actual tournaments, but I'd say those are the main things. I'd say.
What was the original question, Tunn?
The original question was, what are the main 3 things to make a team successful? It's from Grumpy from Epsilon. See, he's asking for tips because the boys aren't.
Yeah. Should we charge him for this? Go Pleasant. Let's get a decent one. Teamwork, obviously, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Teamwork in game. Probably like ability and skill. I guess that kind of overlaps with teamwork. But yeah, like individual and ability and skill as a team. And
I have to glide here.
I think an important one is belief and trust in your teammates. I think there's a lot of maybe even teams in the Pro League. I think there's a couple in the Pro League who perhaps some players have lost a certain level of belief or trust in certain teammates.
Yeah. You could say that, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, there's perhaps because people are getting scapegoated for losses or whatever, but once you lose that level of trust between the 4, I think psychologically it's pretty hard to come back from, because
Somebody below you, Mark.
you need absolute trust in everyone in every situation. That's what that's what like the most successful teams have. Top teams have is they can rely on anyone at any given moment to do what's necessary, whereas perhaps some players. You good, Tunn?
I'm good. Doesn't have a weapon.
You're getting pumped from the hill, by the way. That's a free kill there. You're gonna execute this guy.
There's people on me, I believe. There's people on my boat.
Oh, there's somebody with a minigun.
Yeah, let's push him. So yeah, once you lose that level of trust, I think at a professional level, it completely undermines any chemistry.
He's weak in this one.
Going to work. I mean, we finished.
Yeah, I'm super annoyed.
Yeah, I know. I lagged one, and I completely missed the bullet.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm
time to call it
adventurous.
there
I
after
got
that
4
one.
kills off the start as well. Unfortunate, I killed a full squad.
Yeah, I got 2 as well. Nah, it was my fault. I should have been there quicker. My game lagged as I went in to that room. That's the kill. Yeah, pal in there is.
Like 5 bullets. 10 bullets, sorry.
Have you seen the meme where it's like in one more game? It's like we
yeah, where we dropping boys at 4 AM.
Yeah. Like one more game at 12 o'clock 4 AM, and where we dropping?
No, so while Marky plays this one out, the very final question I got asked on Twitter. as my Seeker wipes out a lot of it. The worst Barnet in the COD scene, somebody asked me.
I think that Marks is particularly bad in that picture. AJL account tweeted out.
Well, I'd say Swans is up there definitely. I mean, once it gets sorted out of that Barbary goes to, I mean, it's all right. But
the Swan Cup when he hadn't been for a few months.
Yeah, the Swanny Cup when he hadn't been for a few years, like that was interesting.
He had his excuses. Oh,
I should
I can't believe that photo's been posted, by the way.
Oh, mate, yes, he can.
Gives me a perfect opportunity. If any of you in the northeast, Rum Razor Barbers, Paul.
No, of course. Plug-in. Do you think we get him to sponsor the Esports Colosseum? A fresh cutscene for the boys during the.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm not sure there's much overlap from to target audiences, but
from Glasgow to Northumberland to Durham. In the space of time it takes us to win a Fortnite game. Well, anyway, thanks, boys, for the chat. We're going to try and make this a bit more of a regular thing.
Yeah, it was actually it was enjoyable.
It was a good discussion around.
I mean, the discussion was enjoyable. Yeah, the discussion was enjoyable, but the
gameplay.
The gameplay rapidly deteriorated after game one, and
after the initial win,
I'm probably off to volley my mouse in the backyard.
All right, thanks, boys.